Allegiant Stadium. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
On the counter, it's Gainwell. 9 yards that time.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On play action, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Out to his left. From the left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. Gainwell will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25.
Here we go, set. Striker, 3-3. Hut, hut.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they run a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
On second down, Jacobs. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 46 yards rushing so far. This is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3, second down. The Raiders at 9-6 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Falk looks to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A handoff as they run the counter play. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone get two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Okay, ready? Black Ultra. Ready?
Now here's Falk. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Fly blue. Blue, go. Six, red.
Falk. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Falk looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 39, Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. To another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Chiefs 21, Raiders 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mahomes now on first down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Falk. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll take this to the 46. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These 2 teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away, but a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the shotgun, here's Falk. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Falk. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Down.
Here's Falk. Escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
It's Falk out of the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a size of...
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather.